Going on, guys? So Meek here, and I'm just going to be bringing you guys a quick tutorial. Haven't done a tutorial in a really long time, so figured I'd do one real quick because I got a couple minutes free. I had a lot of requests on this specific effect, so I figured I'd show you guys how to do it. It's really simple. It's just a slow, I don't know how to describe it. The EXP, like the plus 500, kind of dissolves off the screen and kind of looks like it's like melting off of the screen. I'll show you an example of it real quick here in Tilt's episode that I did recently. There you go. I'll put it into 720p so it's a little bit easier to see. But after he shoots and the plus 500 comes up, it kind of melts off the screen. Kind of hard to see. It's a real quick effect, but yeah, this is what the finished product is going to look like right here. Plus 500 kind of expands and comes off the screen a little bit. Melts. You can tweak with the settings and make it however you want. You can turn the opacity up or down or whatever and tweak with this a lot, but I'll show you generally how to do it. What you want to do is you're going to want to get to a keyframe in your clip where the plus 500 is at like its biggest. So let me hide this real quick. As you can see, like the plus 500 kind of starts off smaller and comes up, and this is the point where it's the biggest. So what you want to do is duplicate your layer at that point, and go to layer time freeze frame, and or you could do it up here too, layer time freeze frame, and you don't want to turn the opacity down on this by hitting T on your keyboard. Go to probably like do like 30 maybe, and go out probably, I don't know, maybe like 40 frames or so. I mean, you could do it however you like, but 40 frames seems good. You could make it longer or shorter, whatever you want. But keyframe the opacity from 30 down to 0. And the other thing you're going to want to keyframe is the position. Keyframe that from the starting position, which is already the preset. And then keyframe it down to where it's almost off the screen. I'd probably say, oops, gotta turn the opacity back up for a second here so you guys can see it. Keyframe it down to where it's almost off the screen, so probably like, I'd say like right there would be good. Looks about good to me. And now you guys will see as I scroll through this, it kind of dissolves off the screen and slides down, and that looks fine. I guess you can turn the opacity up a little bit. That looks fine, but there's a couple more steps that you could do to make it look a little bit better. One thing that I would do is keyframe the scale. Probably keyframe it from 100 up to maybe 115. Try that. Now it kind of like gets bigger, like it's kind of coming towards you a little bit, and it falls off the screen. That's another thing that makes it look good. And the last thing, what I did when I did this effect was added turbulent displace to it. And what that does is it kind of warps the whole frame. So I would keyframe it from the amount being 0 at the start to being probably about 50. Again, this is all up to you guys. You guys can do it however you like. And now you'll see as it goes, it kind of like warps. Let me turn the opacity up again so you guys can see. As it comes down, it warps a little bit, as you can see. And you could make it a little bit more too if you want. Maybe make the turbulent display 75 or even 85. Now the whole thing kind of warps. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to do. You can leave it like that, or you can, there's one last step that I did, I'll show you guys how to do here real quick. Because when it comes down, you can kind of see there's like a, a line up here where you can tell where the frame is ending. So what I did was I just masked the freeze framed layer. I just masked it a little bit below where the frame ends, so probably right here-ish. And I made sure I dragged it down a lot so there was plenty of room for the bottom of the frame. And then just go into the mask properties and adjust the feather. Maybe 150. And now you'll be able to tell when it comes down that it's harder to tell where the actual frame ends. And you could turn the feather up even more if you like. Actually, I'll leave it at 150. But yeah, fix the mask up, tweak with it until it looks good. That makes it a little bit easier for you to, or a little bit harder for you to tell where the boundary is. And then the one step that I didn't tell you guys how to do was, I didn't tell you because it's pretty self-explanatory, is just the twixtering. Not the freeze frame clip, but the actual clip. And just twixter it or time remap it, however you normally do. And anyways, that's pretty much all there is to that effect. It looks really cool once you add some color correction and maybe if you sync it to the music or whatever. But yeah, you'll see here what it looks like.
Good job.
But yeah, that's that. Pretty simple effect, but a couple people asked me how I did it. So yeah, that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what you guys want me to cover next, and I'll see you next time. Alright, peace.